Hey Royals, welcome back to another episode of Building a Program. As always, we're here with Coach KT. Welcome back. 2 weeks in the TV studio, not too bad, huh?
Pretty fancy,
All right. This is going to be a special episode. Last week we talked about Aaron Campbell's senior day. We've got some behind the scenes footage on that. We've talked about our man, Theydon Rolls. We have a spotlight of him too that we're going to see too. People can get to know him a little bit better. But before we do that, all right, we talked about Randolph. 5-set. Put it as a thriller on the website. Sending Aaron out. First 2 sets we discussed, probably what you said, the best you've played all season. Let's get into that first. Those first 2 sets, crowd was pumped, loud, they wore the black. I mean, everything we asked them to do, they were there willing you through those sets.
Yeah, the atmosphere was great. I'd call it more of a heartbreaker than a thriller. Yeah. They definitely showed up in those first 2 sets, and that was the best that we've ever seen them play. And they weren't doing anything fancy. They were just being disciplined and playing the style of volleyball that we've been working to teach them all year. So regardless of the fact that the outcome wasn't what we wanted to see, and we see things that we can improve on, we were really proud of what they accomplished in those first 2 sets and coming together as a team. But the fans were amazing, so if you came out, thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah, they were, and we tried to promote it as best we could, and it was really exciting on a Saturday afternoon where it was almost 80 degrees outside that they came in and supported you guys. What is it about Randolph though? You know, we look at the history with us. Same thing happened at their place. However, we went down 0-2, came back, and then with the women's team earlier in the year, it's almost like we're developing this little rivalry with Randolph, and one of these days we're going to break through with them.
Yeah, I think it definitely has become a little bit of a rivalry. I do have a little bit of history there, have some friends on that side of the court, but I think it's creating a space for us to be really hungry, and every time we get on the court, like, we are ready to beat them. And every time that we've seen Randolph, probably in our last 4 matches on the women's and the men's side, we've taken them to 5. And my first year here, we were making it to 3 and barely. Right. So we've definitely grown a lot and improved so much. And I think that the next time we see them, it'll be a good game.
All right, so we had a game scheduled. Looks like that's been postponed or canceled, not on our end. But you got 2 next week that are coming up back to back. Tuesday and Wednesday, I think, is that, or Wednesday and Thursday?
Tuesday, Wednesday.
All right, so you're going into Carolina, who we played, had a great outcome against them. Then that last game of the season, which could be the one to get 500, if people don't know, is 500 here could qualify us for that national championship berth if we're blessed to have that. So talk about going into Carolina, and then if you take care of business there. Again, I said last week was the biggest game. That would really be the biggest game of the program so far.
Yeah, it's really interesting because it is going to kind of come down to that last game being the game that makes or breaks us. And so I think it's going to be a really good opportunity for the guys. We're working hard on mental toughness and being successful under pressure at practice, and they're really embracing that. So I think that Bluefield game on Wednesday is going to be a huge opportunity for us to execute what we've been practicing a lot. We're really excited. We're getting pumped, and I think the guys are going to be ready to embrace that challenge.
Well, hey, one of the guys that's been around and helping you execute when he gets in is Theydon Rolls, and we're going to go talk to him real quick, and then we're going to come back after watching some Aaron things and wrap it up. All right, we'll be right back. Hey, welcome into our Spotlight edition here on Building a Program. I've got Theydon Rolls. You've heard about him, we've talked about him, we've got him here in the flesh. Theydon, a freshman out of King George, Virginia. Theydon, welcome in. You wanted to bring you in, this Building the Program we've been doing all season. Really a brainchild of yours. You're really behind the scenes helping us out a lot, but talk about how it's been. You've been doing a lot of filming on the road. We've got some more stuff we'll show today from Aaron's senior day stuff, but talk about it.
Yeah, the idea was, because men's volleyball was a whole new program, was to kind of create a behind the scenes short little journey. So as we journeyed on with the season, that people could follow along, people that were interested in us, our families, our fans, and I think it turned out really well. We've gotten on the road, like I said, we've gotten a lot of cool shots of us going to do different things. Traveling's been a lot of fun, and some highlight reels that we got up there too, showing how we've been able to play. And I think it's highlighted a lot of adversity that our program has faced, since it's a first-year program. But it's also highlighted our successes and our ability to overcome difficult challenges. So it's been really good.
And little did we know, we'd be covering you too. Last few games, you've gotten in and your name, the crowd has been chanting your name. I know you had an ace, we've talked about that. You were hitting, you still maybe
Still 1,000%.
I could mention that. But as a freshman, and
Yeah.
you know, you've got some really strong guys that are going to be leaving the program, coming in and learning from them and getting in and actually being able to contribute on some big points in a big game.
Yeah. Well, I have to shout my guy Aaron, my buddy. We got a buddy system on team, and he's mine, and he's been a really great asset to this team. You know, it was the senior day, like you said, and it was a little emotional, but it was great. It was his last home game. Great to play with him one last time, and he's definitely a player I looked up to and someone that's inspired me to try to play my hardest and to do better. And I know since he's leaving next year, it kind of adds more inspiration to try to step up. And I think a lot of the guys feel that too, that a lot of people are going to have to step up next year and play better.
All right, before we go, let's learn about Theydon Rolls. Off the court, what are you doing? What's your major here at Regent? What brought you to Regent as well?
Yeah, film, both of those questions. Looked up best film schools in Virginia. Regent came up at top of the list, and that's why I'm here.
And where do you see yourself as you get, you know, you're a freshman now, you've got this, I mean, you're right. I mean, we're in one of the studios now. It's a great program here. What are your aspirations after you graduate?
Aspirations after graduating, I would have to say probably directing. Screenwriting something with storytelling has always been one of my biggest aspirations, to take something on paper and make it into something that's real and that people can watch.
All right, well, hey, Theydon Rolls here. We love having you building a program. Love having you part of the team. Thanks for joining us today. Still got a couple more left, so good luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate it.
Till then, go Royals.
All right, Josh. What do you work on? I'm currently working on a poster for the one and only Father Abraham, Aaron Campbell. I got on bubble letter duty, which it's a good thing it's in pencil, and we have another side because it's not going the most fantastic right now. But just trying my best to celebrate our team captain, Aaron Campbell, for senior day. So yeah.
All right, Colby, we got our setup here.
Yeah. We're hard at work, you know, giving our best for Aaron. We are some of the best creative minds at Regent University, actually. Right here, we got this is a one of a kind bubble letter drawing by the one and only Josh Bissell. So just with this, I feel like we're off to a great start playing in the senior night for Aaron. So yeah, stay tuned for further updates.
Hey, welcome back. You know, it's great to get to know Theydon a little bit, and then you see the camaraderie of your team as they were making the things for Aaron and how they really appreciate his leadership. And I know you talked about him, and we just can't say enough about him. But your team as a whole, you've got to be happy with where you are right now and the opportunity that you have in front of you.
Yeah, we're super happy. It's still right there, like our big goal is still right there within our grasp. And yeah, Aaron has been a huge piece of it, and they've really just come together so much. They're really embracing the fact of it's like a brotherhood. Like Regent men's volleyball has become a brotherhood in the first year, and I think that's something that is really special.
All right, well, we will talk to you again after next week, but the more you win, the more episodes we get to have. So until then, Royals, thanks for joining us, and thanks for joining KT here, and best of luck, and we'll see you next week. Go Royals.